Hi everyone, sorry about that. I'm here now. I was watching Kiwi get lost in the Pokemon Mansion for a long time, and I thought it was like 3 o'clock. And then I looked at the clock, and it was like 3:58. Fog from the Frog game. Exactly. It's Frog Fog. How's everyone doing? I have some delicious sesame chicken that I'm eating right now. Or sesame beef, actually. It's very good. But I'm sad because I'm on the last bite, and then there's no more. And that's pretty much the worst thing that's ever happened. You and Delta are all I need. The dream team. Alright. Let's get back to work. What the heck was I doing? I can think of worse things, says Delta. Okay. I've eaten my lunch, and I'm locked in. I'm ready to go crazy. Okay, I've got my beautiful reference images open. This Kiwi's still stuck in the Pokemon Mansion. Is this a commissioner for... Oh, this is Rain's Forest. We needed a shot, like an establishing shot of the starting town from like farther away, because all of our current paintings of it are like very close up. So I'm making a picture of it that's from about as far away as possible. Kind of a bird's eye view look. So there's gonna be big lumpy piles of clouds and like swirls and stuff. Just a lot of fog. Hello, Radiotonic. And a lurker. Welcome to the chat. How are you? Kiwi on silent. They're almost to the secret key. Okay, thank God. Poor Kiwi. I was starting to worry. At first I was like, no. Kiwi will figure it out. And then eventually I was like, will Kiwi figure it out? Does the Nuzlocke perhaps end here? And I did, in fact, move my palette back to the left side because this piece is so big. It actually felt really weird to be working on the right side. It was like throwing me off to have to reach to the right instead of the left. So I guess what I'm saying is it's my habit with it to have it on the right. So for such a big, complicated piece, I'm just going to keep it on the right for now. Or on the left, excuse me. But I will move it back in the future to the more ergonomic position. I was like really trying to make it work on the right, and I was starting to like make mistakes. I like spilled rice all over my keyboard because I was just struggling. It was really sad. It's like hot rice with like sauce on it, just like the messiest thing possible. And it got like down into the keys. Just a nightmare. I'm gonna have to like fully clean that out after the stream. Putting in a little bit of like shadow. Not the hedgehog. Well, maybe the hedgehog, we'll see. Kiwi! Raiding with a party of 2. Kiwi, did you find the secret key? Please tell me you found the secret key. I was absolutely losing it. That was some incredible gameplay. Thank you for the raid. Hello, Latin Vaporeon. How are you? Glad to catch another stream finally is how I am. That makes sense. I'm glad you're here. I wish that I could make my camera zoom out even farther, but this is about as far as my camera is willing to go at the moment, so... I need to get like either a different camera setup or a longer camera arm or something. Because now that I'm working this big, it just does not fit in any way, shape, or form. Okay. So we've got waterfalls, and then sort of on the right side, there's a bit of shadow. There we are. And like some foliage coming up from the wilderness. It feels so weird to be using such a tiny paintbrush on such a massive canvas, but you know, it is what it is. This foliage should be nice and dark near the bottom, almost with like black in it to really give it that sense of like shadow. Same thing over on this side. Very, very dark near the bottom. Okay, I catch up on the chat. Got lost to the sauce. Have Clay hold it up really high for the entire stream. Yeah, I'll just like get a thumbtack and just stick the camera to the ceiling with the thumbtack. So then you can just see the whole office. Kiwi says, I lived. I can't believe I didn't see the statue in the basement for a full hour. Holy crap. You're an icon. Hi, Stumbles. How are you? Is this on top of a mountain? It's on a plane of existence among other regions? Or is this like Dragon Quest VII situation where the rainforest is the only landmass? It's basically, as far as the people in this world know, the only thing that exists is their little tiny mountain in the Sea of Fog. And then when they get down below, they do find a rainforest, but there is land past the rainforest that doesn't get explored in this particular adventure. You know, and if we end up doing well enough with this project, we'll probably do, you know, Rainforest 2, where they explore different lands with different biomes and that kind of thing. But for now, this adventure just tackles the rainforest and all of the biomes within. Okay, let's see, what am I gonna do next here? I'm gonna do like some nice pale blue. Yeah, I want to do like some swirling pale blue over on this side. Kind of comes up and over. I was looking at a lot of like Japanese like woodblock prints that have clouds in them, because there's a very like beautiful way that clouds are sometimes rendered in woodblocks that I really like. I don't know how well it's going to translate to watercolor, but there's only one way to find out. I just like painting clouds anyway, so. Just gonna use like a lot of water to really make it like super soft. By the way, can you guys like hear the music? I have it turned down really quiet because it's like Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, like atmospheric, like ambient music, so I didn't want to make it too loud, but I don't even know if it's audible for you. Let me catch up here. Kiwi says my brain just filtered it out. Your brain could only see Grimers. Okay, I see. Hi, Fish. How are you? This is gorgeous, Fab. Thank you, Fish. I appreciate that. I'm doing my best. I'm honestly, I'm not totally confident in myself on this one, but I'm too far in to back out now, so I appreciate it. Rainforest movie. Who's playing Salamander and why is it Jack Black? You know full well Jack Black is playing the Ratigator. We can hear the music. I can hear the music perfectly fine. Okay, good. Kiwi's got a point. Jack Black fills every role, obviously. Yeah, he could just play everyone. That is a good point. Depends on if it's a live-action movie or animated. If it's animated, no Salamander be voiced by Chris Pratt. Just Chris Pratt doing his normal voice, not even trying to sound like a woman or a salamander. Flint and Steel. You're right. This is Kiwi. Oh my god. We're so smart. God, our brains are so big and wrinkly. Oh man, Kiwi, your adventures in the Pokemon Mansion made me so happy. Jack Black as Steve in the Minecraft movie is just a meme, not only a meme. I want to say I was reading something the other day about how, like, originally he wasn't going to be playing the role of Steve. He was going to be playing, like, a different, like, background character or something like that. There were, like, some changes that got made. Mom, I want the Minecraft action figure of the middle-aged man. Yeah, exactly. How old is Jack Black? I still think of him as being like the age that he was in Nacho Libre. But that was like 20 years ago or something, at least. He's got like multiple children and stuff. He must be much older than I'm thinking. Alright, so then this little like bank of clouds comes up and over like that. Starting to take shape a little bit. Let me catch up on the chat here. Jack Black was gonna play a pig originally. He's 55. Are you serious? Whoa. Ratigator, Jack Black, Sally, Sandra Bullock, Good Girl, John Goodman, or something. I don't know. Jack Black is young at heart. Production hell for Minecraft movie, not gonna lie. Don't know how he ended up as Steve. That really is strange. The only Jack Black iteration I like is the memeable one from Sesame Street where he teaches kids about octagons. I like Jack Black and Kung Fu Panda. Glad you enjoyed the streams, says Q, even if it was mostly me mentally dissolving into Mind Peak. Chris Angel Mind Peak killed me, dude. Looks very young there, and that's great. I can see hobbyists using the Jack Black figure to paint or modify him as the character, as his characters like Nacho Libre. Jack Black will always be the teacher in School of Rock. Oh, yeah, totally. I also associate him with School of Rock. Oh, okay, you didn't mean to say character twice. I was like, why are there two characters here? There must be a good reason for this. Better to mind in the pee than to pee in the mind. So true. Hi, Riley. How are you? Good to see you. I think I want to add just like a little bit, a gentle, delicate addition of a little bit of purple to this, just in the foreground. I don't want it to be like a purple scene because this is supposed to be like exactly noon. so it shouldn't have that like sunset feeling to it. Do you know what I mean? But I think purple shows sort of like the thickness of the atmosphere a little bit. It's not even really like purple. It's like a grayish, bluish color that vaguely hints at being purple. Someone waved something purple near this color once. Sort of like the LaCroix of purple. Riley says, doing good. Oh, how about you? I'm doing A-okay. Let me adjust my camera lighting a little bit. It looks weird to me somehow. There we go. That looks a bit better. I turned up the brightness and the contrast somewhat, so it's just easier to see what I'm doing. The scene with so many blues like this, the camera gets a little, like, weirded out. It doesn't really know what to focus on. Someone has to have made a Jack Black Steve skin for Minecraft. Oh, of course, naturally. Just got off a 12-hour shift where all I did was push boxes under a tape machine. I felt like I was losing my mind. 12 hours of that? That sounds completely mind-numbing. They're definitely going to be selling a Jack Black Minecraft skin or something. I thought Jack Black was good in the movie with the Goop Lady. What movie is the Goop Lady? This is giving me Ori vibes. Oh my god, look at him. That's really impressively done, honestly. I saw a horrendous commercial, a McDonald's mascot character in the Minecraft movie style. Not Minecraft style, Minecraft movie style. Textures on Grimace's fur, but they look blocky. Oh no, that's a really bad combo. Shallow Hal is pretty good in that. Hamburglar's a zombie. Birdie found elytra wings. That feels so wrong. Yeah, I don't think that's a very good idea. Ronald McDonald is nowhere to be found. Yeah, they've, like, retired him. Oh my god, look at Grimace. Jesus Christ. Those are horrifying. This is a cool-looking piece. Thank you, Mecca. I'm trying so hard here. I'm really trying. Every day I'm trying so hard these days. I do nothing but try hard. So based on the references I'm looking at, the farther away clouds should have like smaller, more like lumpy looking texture because you're viewing them at a distance, so they wouldn't have like big smooth tops because they're just so far away. It just wouldn't look like that. If that makes sense. By the way, thank you to anyone who tuned into yesterday's live stream for the one shot. I couldn't remember the word one shot. That was so much fun and so crazy, and it was really nice to see so many people from my chat in there. I love this piece of music. It's when the dragons show up. Paltrow is the Goop lady. Oh, that Goop lady. I forgot about Goop. I wish to see Ronald McDonald again for the memes. Ronald is one of the only clowns that's a certified clown that I really like. What makes a clown a certified clown, Blade? Explain that to me. Micah says, since there was a lot of D&D yesterday, Bab, you know, one cantrip and have a spell scroll for a 1 through 5th level spell IRL. What are they? Ooh. Ooh. I want that cantrip that makes your hands shock people. I can't remember what it's called. It's called, like, Shocking Grasp or something, I want to say. I think it would be really funny to have the power to just static shock people, like, crazy mode. And 1st through 5th level spell. Speak with animals would be really solid. Minus all of app chat, they're better. I was gonna say, what about all of us? I misread cantrip as catnip. They got rid of the mascots because they can't advertise to children anymore. Oh, is it like a legality thing? If App Gang shows up. Ronald McDonald memes on Nico Doga channel. Change my image on him. That was something I wanted to say about Tears of the Kingdom. Mascots are still cool if done right. The last trailer they showed before launch totally gave a hint to the story musically, and I'll leave it at that to prevent spoilers. Dude, the trailer music for Tears of the Kingdom was crazy. Some of their best work ever. It's so good. That's why they got rid of play places and bright colors in the building. There's a McDonald's around that has a statue of Ronald McDonald. They have him on a bench surrounded by trees. We only ever pass the one at night on the way back from game night, so I always think it's just some guy sitting there staring at people. That's so stressful. He's got on the makeup, the shoes, the goofy demeanor, everything. Oh, okay, just like a fully committed clown then. I was looking up details in the Minecraft movie to see if there's any details about casting. It's going to feature an original song written by Jack Black for the movie. I do appreciate that Jack Black goes big on everything. He doesn't seem to half-ass any of these roles when, like, he could, you know? So good for him. Hi, Toby. Ooh, terrarium maintenance. How's it going? Those commercials are clearly advertising to children. That reminds me, there's a statue like that in one of the McDonald's here. Hi, Flair. Thank you so much for subscribing for 56 months. Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you. How are you doing? Oh, you got a terrarium snail? Was it an accidental snail? Just like a snail that arrived mysteriously? Jack Black knows what he's doing no matter what role. The Toby Fox of acting. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like once you reach a certain level of fame, you can get away with just like mailing it in and just not going for it that hard. And I really respect that he seems to just have a lot of fun doing anything that he's doing, you know? So you can definitely tell when an actor is like in a movie and they're just like, well, I wanted to get a 5th house, you know? Like, I'll just do the bare minimum. And it's like, okay, I don't blame you, but it kind of sucks. Okay, let's get... Used to be like a shadow around the base of this little mountain here. Something like that. Maybe not quite so dark, though. Thank you, Toby. I'm glad you like it. This is, I don't know. I feel like this is beyond my skill level, but I was saying earlier, I'm far enough into it that I'm just like, well, nothing I can do now. So... You can't learn without, trying. It's like if you never try anything that is past your skill level, then it's kind of hard to level up, you know? You just kind of end up in the same spot for a long time. I feel like my issue is that I'm always trying stuff that's past my skill level. And I'm so tired. Oh well. Let's see. Fleur says, I'm doing ellipses well. Why does that sound so suspicious? Oh, that's right. You have a super cute clown Sona. I totally forgot about that fiche. It's adorable. The colors are very pleasing. Thank you for following Only 2D. An accidental snail, a delight. Do you know what kind of snail it is? Intrusive thoughts wanted me to say your mom. I'm sorry. It's you, a foolish fish indeed. Fap, this is so pretty. C'est la vie, ain't it? You can't try without learning, probably. It looks so good. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Mecca says this looks like key art you'd see translated into a pixel panorama for NES, SNES. Oh, I totally know what you mean. Yeah. I see it. If I like blur my eyes a little bit, I can like picture it like that. That's really funny. I showed a friend the voice last night. Oh God, what did they think? Are you guys still friends? I'm not saying you do this, Vap, not at all, but I've noticed it's a real thing that some artists say they're not as good as they actually are. I don't understand how people do that. Like, this is good. Thank you guys. This ripped so far. I appreciate it. I'm so tired. God. I'm really struggling lately, guys. This Kickstarter is kicking my ass. I'm gonna get it in the end, but it's like fighting a tiger, right? Like, you're not gonna come away without some serious wounds. I do think that part of the artists depreciating their own work thing, at least some of it, is like, I'm sure you can understand this. Like, when you're making something, you can picture in your own mind's eye what it's supposed to look like. And so then you can be disappointed by how it came out because you know what you were picturing in the first place. But the viewer doesn't know what you were imagining. So they're just like, wow, cool picture. You know, like they don't have anything to compare it to. They're just happy to see it. And I think a lot of artists, that's where they get caught up. You know what I mean? They're just like, oh, this didn't come out the way I wanted, rather than just like, hey, this came out pretty cool. And it's just, you know, easy to be your own worst critic. Let's see, what do I want to do next here? I think this piece in particular, I did have a pretty strong vision in my mind's eye, but I also knew that I wasn't really going to be able to make it look exactly like that, so that kind of helps. I decided in advance that I wasn't going to get too attached to whatever I was picturing. I love clouds so much. I want them to make more cloud Pokemon. Altaria is an incredible cloud Pokemon, and I think they could just keep making cloud Pokemon forever. I should write a letter to Nintendo. Say, hey, I love clouds. Please make more. My problem is, like, I'm afraid of heights. Because, like, I love seeing, like, clouds from an airplane. But also, very scary. Don't want to be in an airplane. Don't love that. I wish there was a way to see clouds from above without being above them. I guess that's just a drone, isn't it? Let me catch up here. We got your back, says Blade. Thank you. This kind of reminds me of the OG key art for the old Final Fantasy games. Oh, that's cool. Do you, like, have... Can you, like, send me some links on Discord or something? I want to, like, see that art. Toby says, it's hard to view your own work objectively. It's got to measure up to the impossible to capture a perfect dream in your head. That's true. The two cakes comparison. Yeah, exactly. You know where all the mistakes are and can't stop noticing them. Exactly. You both have a stellar way with scenery. Thank you. I'm stinky from work, says Fish. I'm going to take a bath. Y'all be good while I'm gone. Have a good bath, Fish. Cloud's so good you want to bite them. How would it taste like? Eat fluffy cloud. I feel like they would taste like that blue raspberry flavoring that they put in slushies and stuff. That would be nice. I want them to make more clouds. Yeah, they should come out with more clouds, whoever they are. Altaria mentioned, I have been summoned. I was already here, though. Nintendo misreading your message and firing up the world's biggest vape. Really tall mountains? Oh, that's true. Turns you into a bird. Pokemon Topaz, the game I'm on the team of that's almost done. I hope you can play as a Cloudpoke Fakemon online. Oh, excellent. Evolves into a larger cloud, then splits into an evolution of either a Dust Devil, a Snowstorm, or a Thunderhead. Oh, that's sick. Can you name the cloud types, Fabtonio? I can name some of them. I certainly can't name all of them. There's Cumulonimbus. There's, hang on. I'm reaching into my mind palace. Cumulonimbus. There's, like, striated clouds. There's, some other clouds. No, I can't. Never mind. The slushy turned into cotton candy. Cloud, big cloud, small cloud. Boom, there's 3. Wispy cloud. Yeah, there you go. Now we're naming clouds. Okay, let's look up types of clouds. The 10 fundamental cloud types. Oh, cirrus, cirrocumulus, cirrostratus, altocumulus, altostratus, stratus, nimbostratus, stratocumulus, cumulonimbus, and cumulus. I like cumulus. I think that's the one that I like the most. They're like really, well, yeah, when they're like really tall and like crispy looking. Like really white with like really sharp, crisp shadows. Fake cloud fan. Cloud strife. Types of clouds. The cool one, the one above my neighbor's house. That other cloud, cloud strife. Oh, the cloud from the movie Nope, which is totally a cloud. The cumulonimbus is a combo of 2 others. You could split it apart and get 2 more for free. Duck-shaped cloud. Supercell, time to run. Yeah, there's the type of cloud you should be scared of. There's the type of cloud you shouldn't be scared of. There are many clouds in this world. And I'm gonna catch them all. I was gonna say something, but now I'm just thinking about clouds. What was I gonna say? I don't know. Yeah, when a cloud looks like very solid and like powerful, that's what I like. A cloud that has authority. Okay, I want to make the sky at the top a little bit of a darker blue because I want it to have that feeling of like when you're so high up in the atmosphere that the sky is like starting to turn a dark bluish black at the very top because it's like you're so close to space that the atmosphere is getting really thin. I'm sure there's a word for that. I don't know it. So I'm just gonna add a little more of this like super intense blue up at the top. And kind of have it gently fading down into the lighter blue by using some water to just blend it on in really smoothly. And then use paper towel. Yeah, it's a nice fade. My head is in fact in the clouds. Oh, that's so true. You guys doing anything fun this weekend? I'm taking this weekend off finally. We did the convention last weekend. Conventions are always really fun while you're there, but you really feel the missed weekend after working a convention and then getting back to work on Monday. Just like, how did I get into this mess? How did this circumstance happen to me? Who could have seen this coming? Okay, looking very hard at some pictures of clouds. Oh, I see. Okay, I'm learning. Oh, I remembered what I was gonna look up. I wanted to look up what bird can fly at the highest elevation. I know it's some kind of goose. That's all I seem to remember. There's a certain type of migratory goose that can get really, really, really high up in the atmosphere. Their bodies are like specially adapted so that they can breathe like very low concentrations of oxygen, and they're very cold tolerant and that kind of thing. I'm gonna look it up in just a minute because I can't remember the name of the particular type. But I just feel like we should all give some credit to this goose, whatever it is. Okay, let's look this up. What bird can fly the highest? Oh, the Ruppel's vulture. The highest flying bird in the world can reach heights of 37,000 feet. However, this may have been a one-time accident. Okay. Okay, so Ruppel's vulture, technically one-time accident. The common crane? Are you serious? The common crane is the number one after the Ruppel's vulture. It's been recorded above the Himalayas at 33,000 feet of height, followed by the bar-headed goose. That's what I was thinking of, the bar-headed goose. These guys fly really high during their migrations. Yeah, they fly over the peaks of the Himalayas on their migratory path. That's so crazy. It must be so strange to be up there and to know, like, when you want to go down, that it's gonna just, like, take a while. Do you know what I mean? That sounds stupid, but I think you know what I mean. You're like, oh boy, I sure could use a break. Well, time to start descending. In half an hour, I'll be where I want to be. Sounds very tiring to be a goose sometimes. Okay, let me catch up here. Fleur says I'm getting bad anxiety. I had a job interview yesterday. I didn't receive it yesterday now, and I'm stressing. Did they say when you were going to be hearing back from them? That's always such a painful wait. Might be going to the ceramic supply store. Ooh, found out I can get a sample size of lower fire clay for $4 so I can make stuff at home and get that local person who has a kiln to fire for me. Perfect! Migratory Birds is my new ska band. Rooples! Rooples make pooples. Hi, Svelte! This looks good as fuck. Yeehaw. Thank you very much. I'm doing my best. This is very, very svelte colors. Imagine being the vulture that did that by accident. How did it get up there? It used a crane. Boo! This bird flies the highest, only after we took it on a plane and threw it out the side. There are faster ways to get down there, but watch out! Just stop flapping and dive bomb. I came here to say hi before I head to bed. Hi, weirded out Sheba, sleep tight. The highest flying bird is Concord at 60,000 feet, because birds don't exist. True. Take it to space with the Red Bull guy did the parachute jump. If birds don't exist, then the goose that attacked me must have been a very weird-looking toddler. Yeah, honestly, it was. I was gonna tell you, but like I thought you might be embarrassed, you know? Okay, I think the next step is just kind of refining the edges of some of these clouds by just using this brush. Mix a little bit of gray into this blue though. It's like too powerful. I need it to be a less saturated blue, make it a little weaker. Toby says, chat, I call upon your divinatory aid. Where are my phone-wired headphones? I feel like they're in your jacket pocket. Vapu said this is very me colors, but interestingly, I don't have any recent commissions that are primarily blue. By recent, I mean in the past 2 or 3 years. I think I just meant that I associate these colors with you because they remind me of Latios. I stole them. Laundry basket. Yeah, laundry basket's a strong bet for sure. I put all my money on laundry basket. I should just totally add Latios to this scene. Is this Tears of the Kingdom's OST? It is, yes. One of my favorites. Okay, I'm gonna use my white ink pen and go over some of the like horizon here. I want to make sure the horizon, actually, you know, before I do that, I'm gonna erase some of the pencil marks that sort of hung around in between the clouds here because I don't want them muddying up the scene. I know you guys probably can't see them at all or very little on the camera, but I can see them. Yeah, there's a couple here and there that got past me. There we go. I don't mind a little bit of it though. I think a little bit of pencil mark gives character to a piece. It shows kind of the artist's hand, which is nice. Okay, that's cleaned up a little bit, and then go into the white ink pen and start making the horizon look really nice and crispy. Is this working? Yeah, it's working. There it is. I love that. Great song. The front of this cloud a little bit more of a white edge where the light is catching it. Same thing on this side. I'm gonna give the town a little bit of a white rim, so that it's slightly just like easier to make out against this complicated background. Yeah, just like a little bit of a halo. And then like a shine in the water. Yeah, that's looking nice. Oh gosh, you guys probably can't even see that. I just realized with how zoomed out I am. That's okay. Vap's happy dance. Hi, Pos Pos, how are you? My money winds up in the laundry basket too sometimes. Ain't that just the way it goes? Didn't find them in the jacket or laundry yet. Maybe I should check again after dinner. If you have a sofa, I would check down the sofa cracks. Speaking of dinner, I experienced a sitcom subplot yesterday. Well, of course you did. You're the main character. Tell me more. A pocket of any garment. I decided to get dinner at Dairy Queen, not knowing it was a free cone day. Ooh! Needless to say, I did not get dinner. I also got trapped in their parking lot for 20 minutes because people were driving like loons. Tonight I'm getting Dairy Queen dinner justice. Their chicken strips are honestly really good. Yeah, Godspeed to you. They've got some great chicken strips. Toby said Dairy Queen, not Daisy Queen. Daisy does deserve some Dairy Queen for dinner as a treat. Dairy Queen would be a really funny name for a cat. This is my cat, Dairy Queen. I've been joking for ages that my next cat, or I guess just pet in general, like if I get a dog or something, will be named Cake, because my current pet's name is Pie, of course. Honestly, probably if I didn't have a boyfriend, I would have a dog. I feel like I can only do one at a time, because dogs just take so much attention. But yeah, if I hadn't started dating Clay, I would have gotten a dog and named it Cake. And I've never had a dog before, so I don't even know how that would have gone, but... I decided boyfriend is what I have energy for, so there you go. You gotta pick your battles in this life, you know? I have a lot of friends with dogs, and they're all very wonderful dogs, and, you know, they've done a lot of work training them and stuff, but it just does seem really hard to not be able to just, like, go out of town for the weekend and that kind of thing. That really trips me up with dogs, that you have to, like, plan that element of your life around the dog. Like, I won't leave my cat alone for more than, like, 2 days at a time. Even 2 days is kind of, like, pushing it. It's not very nice to her, but, you just can't do that at all with a dog. Catch up here. Getting the Dairy Queen dinner. Dairy Queen is the recipient. Oh, I get it. She really does. I realized I had an art book for the old Final Fantasies. Had to excavate it to pick up some pictures. Oh, sick. Did you send them to me? Incredible. Yeah. Got a meeting. Have a good one. Alright, catch you later, Latin Vaporeon. Thanks for hanging out. How has Pi been taking to the new cats lately? She just, like, scares them really bad. I don't think she necessarily has that much beef with them, but they see her and they're like, bye. So yeah, I would say not super well. Just based on the poor other cats' reactions. Kind of tragic, but what can you do? You can't force them to like each other. But I get some time with Chewy. Chewy's the big, huge, fat cat who I love so much. I saw him actually today. He has the meow of an old smoker, which is a wonderful trait, I think, for a cat to have. He goes, wah, wah, wah. It's really cute. Got 2 little dogs, and they're a handful, says Shiro. Yeah, they definitely require a lot of love. One's more medium-sized, really. Kiwi says, my dog went on an adventure to someone else's house yesterday. Her collar slipped off while on a walk, and someone was coming out of their house, so she ran right in. Wow! Well, that's a very good reaction, though, for a lost dog to have. That your dog trusted people and immediately went to people. That's good. Pi got out once many years ago when I was, God, probably in my early 20s, and I was living with my mom I had been in Portland, which is where I got Pi, and then I moved back home because I really hated Portland. Brought Pi with me, and then Pi got out of the condo, and I spent several hours looking for her. I was really scared, and then the neighbors who lived 2 stories down from us, they had like a plant-covered balcony that like opened into the landscaping and like greenery area. And they were like, "Are you looking for a black and white cat?" And I was like, "Yeah, I am." And they were like, "Oh yeah, she came in with our cats when it was their dinner time. She just followed them right in." They're like, "We'll see if she's still here." And they went and checked, and sure enough, she was just hanging out at their house. Like, well, I guess this is my home now. So I picked her up and took her home. Best case scenario, happy ending. My cat is not one of those cats who, like, desires to get away and go outside. Some cats love to be escape artists and, like, get out there. Pi has gone out a couple times, by accident mostly, and every time she's been like, "Hey, this is terrible. I don't want this." So, that's ideal. No Name gets out a lot, but that's just because he's stupid. I don't think he like really even knows what outside is. He just kind of sometimes goes through a portal and is like, "Oh no, how did I get here?" He's one of those cats who has like sort of a loose grasp on like what a door is. Do you know what I mean? Like he wants to go through doors, but he doesn't know what they are. He gets to the other side and is like, "What the fuck? This sucks. Why am I here? Who did this to me?" He's such an amoeba of a cat. I was saying to Modal and Vivi the other day that like No Name is like on the level of like maybe more like a magnet or like a single-celled organism. He's like pure instinct, like no thought, no memory, no learning. He just does stuff instinctively, and that's all. You can look into his eyes and just see like nothing. It's really fascinating. I've never known a cat who just completely lacked the ability to learn the way that No Name does. New information has never entered his life, and it really shows. Daisy is so happy my roommate and roommate's cat are gone until April 1st for a trip. Yes, it's Daisy's house now. Surprise dog. Lamau Pie. Pie eating other cats' food since the beginning. Same Pie, same. Thankfully, they were good sports about it and she came right out, but she loves people and trusts them more than I do. Aww. That's a very good, what's the word? Credit to you as the dog owner for raising a dog that is so trusting of people and goes to them for help when they're in a pinch. You done good. That's very sweet. Doomed Canary says, my cat tore a hole in the screen and escaped onto the roof when she was a kitten. Nowadays she has a panic attack and tries to run back in the house if she's outside and hears a stranger's voice. Oh, the poor thing. She must have been so scared to be on the roof. It's like they just don't, you know, they don't have like the context for what they're gonna find when they go outside. They're not, I mean, cats are pretty smart, but they're not super smart. Like, I love cats, but a cat is not even close to the level of a dog in terms of intelligence. They just don't know what they're getting into sometimes. They have no idea. They get out there and are like, this doesn't compute with any part of my brain. Poor things. Oh, dear. We used to have a cat when I was a kid that would go out onto the roof because we were living in a condo that had, like, you know, a balcony, and then the cats could sort of walk along the balcony banister and then jump from the banister onto the roof. But it was like a very sketchy jump. Very dangerous jump. So I really didn't like when they did that. And then, of course, you just have to wait for the cat to come off the roof because you can't go get it, you know? That was Snuggles the cat. She was a really strong-willed white cat that I raised from a kitten. Very pretty cat, but boy, she was a firecracker of a cat. Okay, I think for now, this is like mostly done. Yeah, I think I want to like sit on this a little bit before I add anything else. I could just like sit and fiddle with this for another half an hour and just kind of add random elements, but I want to have a bit more of like a plan if I'm gonna add anything else, because yeah, I think this is about it. I should probably raid someone though. First day I had Daisy, I thought I accidentally let her out, but she was just really good at hiding. God, that happens so much with cats. They just find like an insane spot to hide. So much with cats. Whoop, whoop, whoop. That's my own channel echoing back at me. Yeah, they find some insane spot to hide that you like weren't aware could even be entered. It's like, well, okay. I guess you live here now. Let's send a raid over to one of the players who did my one-shot yesterday. Quincy's Tavern is currently streaming solo repo runs. I'm assuming this is a game. I don't know. Thank you so much for hanging out, everybody. Yeah, I'll raid Truly a Vaporeon. That's a good idea. Mecca says, this reminds me of the post about Animal Crossing about humans being endangered species. The animals build villages to enrich us. Wow. Well, thank you so much for hanging out. Raid message is truly a raid as usual. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Stay soggy, my friends, and I will see you later. Goodbye!
Truly a Vaporeon, hello! Welcome in, Raiders. Good to see you. I appreciate it. I hope you guys had a good stream doing art. Were you doing artwork for like something else, or are you doing artwork for like Odyssey? Because that's exciting. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Quincy. Welcome to Quincy's Tavern. I'm a variety streamer. We like D&D. We like all lots of fun stuff here. Let's put this over here. There we go. Nice. Thank you for coming on through. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Hi, Kiwi Duke. Hi, Delta. It was Rain Sports Art. Thank you so much for playing yesterday. I had a blast watching you. I had a blast seeing y'all's reaction in the chat through things. I'm a theater major, so I feed off of like reactions, and I feel like that puffed my brain up a little bit, so I got a bit kind of like a bit haughty. I'm not gonna lie. So like seeing y'all's reactions, like, all right, we'll do it again. That makes so much sense. Actually, Buttons, I appreciate it. Thank you. Y'all need to go follow Truly Vaporeon. They're one of the two creators of the Rain Sports Odyssey, which is a really cool. We were talking about that earlier, actually. D&D like TTRPG setting in kind of like a rainforest with lots of mushrooms, cool new like subclasses and races to play and spells. It was so much fun. I had so much fun playing a little Treeper, which was kind of like this little like tree frog person. He was so chaotic and so like neutral. I don't really play neutral characters a lot. They're either like chaotic good, maybe evil. It's really hard to play true neutral because you're often influenced by the rest of the party a little bit, but having an entire party that was pretty much true neutral was so fun. It was so fun. So I appreciate you coming on through. Thank you so much. Now that I know that you stream too and you stream art, I'll have to follow you back. Actually, let me do that real quick. Let me give you a follow back. I want to see what artwork you guys create and everything. And that's super cool. So I also kind of like when I saw
All and like crispy.
your stuff on what is it, Les? Like